Okay, before we can make progress on these necks and start getting around to finishing them up, we need to get head plates on. The problem is, well, that's not a problem, it's just scary. That means we're finally at a point where I have to cut this gorgeous maple. And I've been terrified of doing that. It's sat around for so long, I'm terrified. But, I mean, we're just taking it off the corner, so it ain't the end of the world. Yeah. One of my concerns here is we have to have enough material left for a back plate, and, I mean, if possible, and I don't know what the shape of our back plate's going to be yet. I'm still trying to decide what to do on the cavity. Well, I figured we probably ought to just, right now, go ahead and get those holes passed through so we have perfect placement. We can, you know, use nails or something as index pins when it comes time for glue up. Many reasons. Yay! It's not perfect, let's just wiggle around a little bit, but it ain't moving. It ain't going anywhere. So, I was excited to get a shot, and I used some ebony stain, and then sanded it back, and it's trash. I have a number of trans tint colors, and I'm pretty sure I got a black. We will try that next and see how that goes. Hopefully that works out a hell of a lot better. Maybe it soaks in better. I don't know. We'll see. But initial test was disappointing. It's not going to be a quick job. Alright, second verse, same as the first. Took my nut blank and I put it up to the end of the fretboard, and we got it real freaking close so I can mark a line on the head plate, which, man, we're real close down at this end. This end we still got some work, but we're also at an angle, so that does need to trim down anyway. It may have been a little easier to deal with if there was more of it, but you know, is what it is. Just like we did with Kai's, you know, we can work that down with the file. But the big part we got to chop off. And as I have already stated multiple times, we don't exactly have a whole bunch of this in surplus, so we kind of need to, you know, not screw up. Which, you know, kind of calls for somebody else to do it. I jest. this will take forever. However, first we gotta know if we got the angle right. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Huh, okay. I'm getting better at sawing and didn't even know it. Yeah, sometimes flukes happen. Even a broken clock's right twice a day. I'm not sure how that could apply here, but seems a bit non sequitur. Okay, it's the angle looks good. I'm gonna go off of that and do like we did with the other one that you may or may not have seen. Right up to it. Alright, that could work. That will work. Yep. Okay, now we really need the logo. So we can inlay the logo before we put the head plate on. I think it's going to be in Cerakote. I'd like to make some damn progress. Like I said, once we get the head plates on, then we're cooking. Then we can get the headstock down to its absolute final thickness. We can finish up the volute, and I mean, then the neck is ready for other stuff. Here we go again on my bone. About halfway. Let that dry for a minute or two before we sand it back. Don't look like much at the moment. I'm afraid to say I might be getting better at that. I got a little hardware out so we can see exactly what kind of real estate the tuners are going to need, so we can figure out exactly where we want to put this logo, so that it doesn't interfere with them, and it's you know, in a place where it's going to look kind of cool, or look best. I think that's it. I don't want it too far that way. I want it, you know, as close to the center as you can get it, but shit. Chitty chit. Alright, I'm going to go around the thing a couple more times, and then pop it back out, along with the tape that's coming with it. And we should have a good scored outline that's also in the tape. I'm not really going to have you watch me cut the cut for 45 minutes. I just got it to fit. Just a little bit of depth. We need more depth. Time for one more head plate. Yeah, I want that super snug. Thanks for joining me. If you like what we're doing, if you're digging it, like and subscribe. Catch you next time. Like, subscribe.